I do that too. I love that part of the intro. What up, everybody? It's your boy Aaron All Nighter.
It's your boy Fifth in the building.
This is the Pop Up Podcast, episode 5. Make sure you share this out to your news feed. Share this to groups. Tag people in the post. Tag people in the comment section. Send this out to like-minded individuals in Messenger. And if you're a digital creator, have your professional mode turned on. Put @followers @highlight in the comment section. If you're an admin or a moderator of a group on Facebook, share this to the Facebook group and put @everyone. It tags everyone in the group. And to all the YouTube viewers, make sure you subscribe and tag people in the comment section. It's highly appreciated. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Now, so did you hear about the story where there was a dude, Florida story, where the man had 34 flights that he got for free by dressing as a flight attendant?
Oh, I didn't dive into that, but I did hear something of that though.
Bro, he forged airline employment histories. He had a fake badge with numbers, whole things. He did it over like several years, but 34 flights. So every time this man went on vacation, he was like, you know what? Got dressed up like a flight attendant, get this shit for free.
I'm getting this on.
What in the fuck? That's definitely some Florida news.
Oh, that's some wild shit. For real, that's some fucking. That's some. Yo, what's that take for you to have to come up with that and be like, yo, this is a hustle right here. Like nobody's paying attention to this. I can do this and bang. You know what I mean?
Right. That's just weird. Like that person was like, I cornered the whole market. I get free flights. This is how you got to do it.
How did he finally get caught? Like what popped up for him to? What was the deciding factor for him?
They probably just figured out, like, hey, who is this guy? How many times is he the new guy?
Like, yeah, right.
Every flight, this guy's a new guy. Somebody recognized him and was like, hey, I haven't seen you in like a year. Where you been?
Oh, I've been jumping flights.
Yeah. I worked for another airline for a bit. I came back. He got a whole concocted story going up. But I was looking into like wild news stories and funny shit for today's episode. And Florida news just doesn't disappoint, bro. Like, this man was from Florida with the scam for the flights, but also in Florida, there was a fight with this guy outside of a bar. The argument started about how many eggs a chicken can lay. It escalated so badly that one man pulled a gun and opened fire outside the bar. But after it was done, the guy who did the shooting allegedly stole a car, tried to run someone over, then hid in a porta potty before coming out without pants and brandishing 2 wooden stakes at the police. So he got rid of the gun, flew down the street in a stolen car, hit people, well, almost hit somebody, then was like, you know what, that porta potty right there, that's where I'm going to go hide. Nobody's going to look in the shit up.
Bro, that's... It's kind of stupid dumb.
It is.
But it's kind of smart in a way though. It's like dumb smart in a way because it's like, you ever seen those people that are running from the cops and they're outside and they got the HVAC shit, like the flex pipe, and they stand in it and they put it up to the wall like this and it looks like it's going from the ground to the ground and the cops run right by. It's like stupid genius. You know what I mean?
See, some kid I know, right? I feel bad for him right now. He's really struggling with addiction. His nickname's Monkey, right? So I'm not going to throw his government out there. But anyways, Monkey went viral this time last year. And he recently got arrested again in my city. And the police department got jokes. They brought up his viral incident. So he just got arrested for selling drugs out of a homeless encampment. and
Oh, I saw that.
he was selling drugs out the tent.
They had
And
that shit.
yeah, he had mad money, drugs, gun, all types of shit. But he was in the tent, still had the monkey on his back. But they brought up the fact that this time last year, he tried to do one of those genius, dumb fucking hide and seek type games and hopped out a window when they were raiding the house, jumped off the roof onto the next building's roof, and tried to hide in the chimney. So the body cam went viral, bro. The body cam made like Good Morning America, all types of shit. Like big news stations picked this up. And the best part about it, right? I'm from Fall River, Mass. For the viewers that don't know, the cop was hilarious in the fucking body cam, right? They walk over and you see like the body cam footage starts. There's some old dude down at the bottom. It was like, he's on the roof. He's on the roof. And the cop goes, he's where? He goes, he's on the roof. I think he went in the chimney, the old guy says. The cop goes, the fuck he's do that for? Then they climb up on the roof. Then the cop, when he walks over to the chimney, he goes, you're an idiot. Yo, the kid got stuck in the chimney. They had to fucking break the bottom of it and pull him out.
To get him out because the bottom, Yo, them chimneys you be getting, like, you use a chimney after a long time, it builds up all the soot and shit. It becomes like rock.
And the way it's designed, it narrows out.
Yeah.
Like, your leg gonna get stuck, bro.
That was not well thought through, buddy. Not well thought through.
I know where he was going with it, too. I'm like trying to think why he hopped in the chimney. He was like, I'm just going to duck in here, hold myself in place. It's tight enough where I can just spread my arms, hold my weight up, pull myself up, back up, and get out. Nah, that's not how that shit played out. Now he's known as Santa Claus.
Imagine. Bro, imagine going to jail and having to be like, yo, how'd you get caught? And having to explain that.
He's like, I got caught in the chimney around Christmas.
They'd be like, what the fuck?
And it was like a week before Christmas last year. So it was like perfect viral timing.
So that's the same dude that was doing the encampment?
Yeah. And then when he got arrested for the encampment shit, the cops brought up the story from last year. They were like, you may remember him from this time last year when we caught him in the chimney. I'm like, yeah, damn. They just throwing up his old dirt, dude.
Bro, they try to hit him with everything, bro.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, these police departments with their social media, they be wilding.
For real. Yo, even you see the fast food joints too? The fast food be battling each other on fucking, like, McDonald's is fighting Burger King. Like, McDonald's will tweet something, Burger King will comment back. Like, you know, they have these little.
Yo, I think Burger King definitely went into McDonald's like trolling war. I pulled up to Burger King the other day. They said, thanks for choosing the king over a clown. How can I help you? I said, oh, shots fired.
For real.
I was like, Burger King gangster.
Oh, my. They fire shots, yo.
Burger King just need a less creepy mascot. Like, their mascot is mad stalkerish. Like, the king just pops up nowhere. Just mad creepy and shit. Like, dude, who invited you, bro? Nobody knows you.
He looks a little funny for sure, yo. He's like,
for real.
Got the king vibe a little bit, but
like
really,
Lord Farquaad.
Yo, for
oh, that's what I would be saying if I'm McDonald's. I'd be like, yo, thanks for choosing us over Lord Farquaad. How can I help you? And I'd have a Shrek meal.
Yeah.
Cheapest thing on the menu is the Lord Farquaad nuggets. Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
So, let's get on some serious shit. Some serious things happened in the country this week. We got to talk about D.C.
Yeah, I was going to say, bro, that's some wild fucking shit right there, boy. Some wild shit.
One of the National Guard members that got shot recently passed away.
Another one passed away?
One's critically wounded still. The other one passed away. At first, they reported that both were dead, and then they backtracked on the news. But they got shot in the head with an AR-15. So, like,
Yeah, you ain't taking a shot to the nugget with that kind of bullet, dude. No way.
You not surviving.
223, I think. Don't quote me. I think it's a 223 bullet.
Yeah, so in response, Trump's administration announced sweeping changes, a permanent pause on migration from what he called third world countries, a suspension of visas and asylum decisions for Afghan nationals, and a broad re-review of existing green cards from 19 countries of concern. Critics argue the response may be more political than security driven. For example, an opinion piece highlights how the tragedy has become a pretext for intensifying anti migrant policies. This development has ignited nationwide debate about immigration, vetting processes, national security, and civil rights protections. But this is my thing. The dude that shot the National Guards people, they had him working in the CIA.
Over in Afghan, but he's still an Afghan. And from my understanding, and I could be wrong with this,
Like a double agent.
he was vetted in 2021 under the Biden administration and allowed to come here. They knew what time he was on. They vetted him and still allowed him in here. And again, I can't verify that. I don't know that for a fact. I read an article on that. I didn't verify the article's legitimacy, but I did read an article that said that. So
my thing is, why are we even vetting these people to come in to do some CIA shit? Like, I don't want no foreigners in my CIA or my FBI. Sorry, Cash Patel, whatever your fucking name is, go buy a hotel.
That's the head of the FBI. Yep.
Yeah, go buy a hotel, Mr. Patel. Fucking, or a convenience store or something. But
he's known for selling squishies. Come again.
Listen, the Patels is like a big Middle Eastern name, and if you notice, a lot of them Patels own convenience stores, fucking hotels. They businessmen. They know what the fuck they doing. Now, in the comments, Ryan talking about monkey put stuck in the fucking chimney.
Yep.
And told me to be nice.
Nope.
Roger Payne goes, with liberty and justice for all. What does that mean to you guys? All right, it means that we're supposed to have liberty and justice for all. But when you break down anything, the shit doesn't always go the way it's planned.
Doesn't apply, yeah. Because when you start applying different ideologies to it, you can say 3 different ideologies all require the liberty and justice for all. But when they conflict with each other, then who supersedes what? Mm-hmm. And that's really what we're kind of at this triple crossroad. Like, what do we do now?
Hell yeah. Angela Costa popped in, put boo.
Boo!
Vet, evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
Roger Payton put conversation starter. Absolutely. But
I'll be more involved in a second. I'm here.
I think with the liberty and justice for all, like I said, it's tough because you got, how do I put it? You got different views, beliefs. You got people, the biasness, human nature gets involved. It just things. If we lived in an ideal world, things would happen. But we are not in a utopia.
No.
This is a
we're in a competitive capitalistic society, partially socialist in certain slices of it. You know what I mean?
It's communism in certain slices too. It's a little bit of everything. We got a hybrid government. We're just like, we'll take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. America, it's ours now.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking beer can smash on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put up a picture the other day. There was an art piece. I forget what the art fair was called. It was somewhere in like Europe. And they had a bunch of art pieces for sale representing countries. The United States art piece that won and sold at auction for, I believe, $14 million.
God damn.
Was a gold toilet called America. I said, that's horrible, man. Can we be something else rather than some gold toilet? Like, make a gold cheeseburger or something. Throw some bacon on it, we good. That's America. Nah, man. They were like, damn, it's a nice, pretty shithole. They're like, it's gold and shiny over there, but still shit.
Crazy, bro. You know that's like a Trump thing, though, yo. I know Trump. He had one of his rooms in Trump Towers.
Yeah, he had a whole gold room.
Whole gold room. The toilet was gold too, 24 karat
Mm-hmm.
gold. This shit was like $20,000 for the fucking toilet or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, well, now a painting of one sold for $14 million. Trump better sell that gold toilet. He's like, yo, I got a real one. He goes,
You're right.
in full use. You
Add
can
a zero
fucking
to
actually
that.
flush it.
Right, add a zero to that. A couple zeros to that.
Right, for real. He's like, and I've shit on it before. Okay, don't
Yeah,
worry
yeah.
about it.
I know it.
Add that value in. People would pay for anything. They would pay for some Trump shit.
Dude, they paid $5,000 for the shoes.
That's wild too. I
Limited
forgot
edition.
about the shoes.
Limited edition.
I remember Fat Joe bought a pair. Fat Joe bought a pair, and they was
Does he
like clowning on him. But it's like, bro, just is a smart investment because them shit's gonna be worth money. Because Trump the only president to have a shoe.
That's what I mean, bro. And on top of that, just think about that as like a baseball card. You get the rookie card as a sensation right now. You hold on to it for 30, 40, 50 years. All right. You spend $5,000, which that is a sizable amount of money to drop on a pair of shoes. But what's that going to be worth in 50 years? You die. You pass it on to your kid. What's it worth? Is it college?
Right. Hopefully it's worth something. Yvette says, what shoes? We talking about Trump's gold sneakers.
Yeah.
The American ones.
Yeah, I think they had like red, white, and blue on them. I think like the soles had gold in them and shit or something.
Yeah, the patriotic forces.
Can you bring up a picture? Can you Google a picture and bring it up on there?
Let me pull this
for the peoples.
Trump sneaker. Know what's one thing that I remember Trump trying to do and it didn't work? Remember he had this steaks?
Yeah, the food.
No.
Yeah.
I pulled up Trump sneaker. Bad shit pulled up at first. Hold on. Let me find the right Trump sneaker, like the original.
Yeah, yo, he had Trump University too.
Motherfuckers made their own.
Hardcore for that.
All these other Trump sneakers over here.
Yep, there you go, right there.
Motherfuckers are just making their own, but this is the one over here, the gold one.
Yeah.
Pull back up over here. Bow, this fucking gold one right here. Come on.
That's just no joke.
Not bad.
$5,000 for I think a pair of those. I think that's what they went for.
Yeah, so originally they were selling for $400, but then the retail up to $5,000 already.
That's nuts.
Wow, I'm not fucking making an account for you, bro. I look at it like
honestly,
this, right?
If I had the money,
get your money where you can.
If I had $5,000 lying around, and was able to like say I can make a $5,000 investment in something, I might be able to do that. But I ain't doing it now. Not with the economy the way it is.
Right. I wouldn't have done it on Trump sneakers, though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. To put that $5,000 towards another investment in Trump sneakers,
crypto,
because
anything.
Yeah. He goes anything. No, I wouldn't risk it because Trump's a wild card. You know what I mean? When you're betting on a person, you better hope like they don't crumble, because if they crumble, that whatever you had saved for them is not worth shit. So, like, look at Diddy, for example. Motherfuckers that had, like, Sean John or some shit. You better not be wearing no Sean John in 2025 or 2026. I'll tell you that right now.
Bro, I wonder
how
like
that an invitation on a T-shirt.
Bro, I wonder how that brand's doing ever since that happened. How bad the stock fucking...
Oh, I guarantee it crumbled.
Oh.
Probably the same thing with Ciroc.
Oh, liquor's different, I think. I think people, after they have a couple of drinks of Ciroc, they're going to forget all about the Diddy.
Yeah, but no, he was spiking drinks. I don't want to drink no Ciroc. No, I don't know if that shit came from the factory or not. You just...
I ain't doing it.
Nope. There will be no Diddy party here. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yo, what's only letting us do that once? Yo, are you vertical?
I am vertical.
I can't. So it's only one of us then, because I only have the horizontals.
Oh, no.
I've been checking.
Guys, fucks with us. Share this out.
Yeah.
Share this to your newsfeed. Share this groups. Tag people in the post. Tag people in the comment section. Listen, we have a goal, okay? On each one of these streams to have 100 shares. Share this out. At least 50.
Yes.
At least 50. Okay. At least 50 shares
On the
on each
YouTube,
stream.
50. On the YouTube, we want to see 50 shares. If you on the Facebook, yo, we can get a buck out of that. Come on,
Right.
Facebook easy.
Exactly.
I get it. YouTube's a little more. We get it.
But share this shit out.
Right. I got 170 subscribers right now in my YouTube channel. 170. I had 168 from yesterday's. I gained 2. I said on yesterday's improv pop-up, by the end of December, I'd like to at least hit 200 subscribers. So if you're watching this right now, go check out the It's Your Boy Fit right here. See this, just like this, on YouTube. You'll see him live. Jump in the live, drop a like real quick, drop the little fire emoji, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and let's fucking go.
Bro, while you was doing your subscribe promo post, right? I lit this, and the stoner in me heard the weed song from Bone Thugs and Harmony. All I heard was higher, higher, baby.
Let's go. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think I might do a singing song. I'm gonna start singing, go la la. It's gonna be like a William Hung She Bangs.
She bang. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, baby, yeah, she move. They're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is up with All Nighter? I'll be like, everything. I'm off my medication. I have been for a while. Roger Payton put fucking love Bone Thugs.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Now, the thing is, if only Bone Thugs loved each other.
Like most groups, Wu-Tang.
Brian said, you're so stupid. I know. I was in the slow class. You don't have to rub it in. Vivek goes, hey, I'm puffing one too. Hey, Bob.
Right.
Yes. All right. Yeah, I was definitely on the short bus, and my favorite flavored window was vanilla. Yeah. Well, they had us on the short bus and the minivan, bro. When they broke out the minivan, I was like, no, y'all done fucked up, bro. Why y'all give us a van? Y'all are evil.
Yo, be glad they didn't put the helmet on you and shit and strap you in the fucking the two-wheeler and strap your arms down and shit and wheel you out like you was fucking.
Yo, because I was in the class for the like behavior issues, right? So everybody else in there was like really like mentally special.
Challenged.
Yeah, they were challenged. So I was like looking around the class like, I'm the most normalest motherfucker in here, and that's a problem. And I'm like, all right, so I'm just gonna throw shit at Tommy in the corner that keeps biting his head on the wall. Fuck it, let me throw a paper plane at his face. It bounce off his face. He's like, "Who that for? That you want me to do it again? Yeah, okay, keep doing it." I'm like this fucking.
I'm
dummy.
getting attention.
Oh, it was great. No wonder I got suspended all the time.
Shout out Marvin Gaye for the bud, yo. It's just fire right there. Well, I don't know what strain he on, but yeah, I'm with it.
He's just like, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I fucks with it.
Nah, fire, bro. I had Marvin Gaye in the booth today. He was put his verse down on New Hall Weapons track that we're working on called Golden Axe. I can't give you a release date for it because I don't know. It's not my song. I'm just the engineer behind it. But he did drop his verse on. The song is completed vocally. He's gonna go in and do a little fifth thing to it, make sure we get it up and ready. And shout out Cassius Flow, who was also in the booth today, made a surprise guest appearance with a song called Respect.
Praise Jesus.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Amen to that, brother.
He came in wild, bro. I like.
I'm going to hell.
I be fucking with Cassius hardcore, right? So he had recorded a bunch of songs at my studio, and he asked me for the stems for him. And he was like, oh, I'm going to have someone else, da-da-da. So he was on the phone with Marvin. I was like, yeah, fuck you, Cassius. You going to take my stems and bring them to someone else? Bro, that must have hit a nice little soft spot with him. The minute he walked in, he was like, Flip, it ain't like that, bro. No. It's just when I do this. I was like, bro, relax. I'm fucking with you, bro. He came in hot. Me and Marvin was crying laughing at him, though. Shit was hilarious.
Shout out Keeping It Cloudy in the comments. Make sure you go stream Keeping It Cloudy's music, all platforms.
I also have a feature song with him. You can type in Keeping It Cloudy, feature It's Your Boy Fifth called Time. That shit's fire, bro. That's something shit you can
that's
really
a deep record. I like that one.
You could really be sitting at like the beach. Well, maybe not the beach now in New England, but if you was in the South, you could be down to the beach, evening
Beach
time,
like this.
right? Nipples all
Fucking
popped.
cold.
But you could really like evening time. The sun's going down. It's got that nice, still, you know what I mean? That kind of vibe on the song right there, bro. That kind of vibe.
So, guys, this is where we're gonna have you guys interact with us.
Hell yeah.
We want you to put a topic in the comment section below and ask us some questions. You know what I mean? What do you want us to talk about?
If you want to come on, if you even want to come on, you can come on here and talk, and we can just have a nice, cordial conversation.
I mean, put the link in the comment section below.
Roger Payton, you do a lot of commenting, bro. Jump on. Chop it up.
Yeah.
Keeping it cloudy, you can jump on too. You want to do a promo set for yourself? Jump on.
Facts. And for some of you that are on the YouTube, I'm streaming this on what was formerly the Forever Experience YouTube channel, but is now the Street Magic Multimedia YouTube channel. Why? Because I can fucking do that. That's why. So I switched it, made it the umbrella for the YouTube channel. It got like 400 something subscribers. So let's get that up to like 500. Let's run this up. And then, okay, we already got questions. I like this shit. So
Roger Payton.
First, Yvette says Coogan and homelessness. All right, so we're taking this local to Fall River, Massachusetts, but we'll talk about homelessness in a whole. Starting local with Coogan, I think that the gentrification in Fall River, Massachusetts is raising the prices too high, and the jobs ain't matching. You got to build the housing that's market rate and bring in the business at the same time, like a seesaw, like a ladder, one step at a time. But if you don't do it like that, then you're going to be priced out, no jobs, no work. Same shit with a lot of America right now. I'm sure there's plenty of cities, maybe wherever you guys are from, they got the same issues. But it's more than just what a mayor could do. Because if a mayor could figure it out, that mayor would be president and homelessness would be cured.
No, let's play devil advocate on that. Is it fully the policies of X mayor from X city? Or
not at all.
How much accountability does the population go into it? Because I do see, and I'm not saying I agree with this, but I want to play devil's advocate so we can have a two-sided conversation on it, right? I do see there are standards set by each town, and I don't see the population. There's a population that says, fuck you, I ain't doing it. But at the same time, those people look for a handout, too, at the same time, because they can't acquire said resources.
I think at a certain point, the handout needs to stop. So for Massachusetts, for the local conversation, they have something called a FAST team and empowerment, not encampments type thing, where they're trying to get people out of the tents. They get them into some type of like Section 8 or disability housing, get them into a program. But then, like you said, there's some of them that don't want the help, refuse it, but take the freebies and the resources. I think those at a certain point should be sectioned mentally because they're a danger to themselves and others. But then comes the question where we're going to put them. We don't have enough mental health beds for these people.
That's what we used to, though. That's something that I saw in my lifetime. I'm 43.
We closed it off.
To my early 20s, right? Like Taunton State was open. That was a huge place, bro. That housed a lot of people that maybe weren't completely mentally ill, but they were mentally ill enough where they couldn't function in society normally. You know what I mean? And it kind of got to the point where now you have to be seen. Someone needs to look after you, right? In those kind of facilities, there was a lot more of those facilities when I was younger. Now I'm 43 now. I want to say maybe 10 years ago, maybe 10 to 15 years ago, I started noticing a trend of these places shutting down. Now, if they take 200 or 300, 500 people per facility, and there's 10 facilities, 100 facilities, where are you putting all of these people that can't look after themselves? They're not mentally ill to the point where they're incapable, but they're incapable of looking after themselves, and they cannot function as a normal member of society as well.
We got rid of all the places that was there.
Where did they go? But now we see them walking the streets.
Now they are in the tents.
that's part of the homelessness is those people, as well as people who just won't conform to the norms of society, and that's
Right.
you know what I mean.
And I think when people don't conform to the norms of society, that's when you're destined for failure. And if you get to the encampment phase, like, bro, I ran into some dude today. I feel bad, right? I'm not gonna put his name out there. I feel bad. Another one real down bad with addiction. I was walking out of Family Dollar earlier. I had to go grab a few things. I'm walking out the door and he opens the door for his girl and held it open because I had like a whole thing of water in my hand and a bag in my other hand walking out. And I'm like, I appreciate you. And he was like, what's up, Aaron? How you been? I'm like, been good. How you been? And as I'm like walking by him, I'm like, this man got not one tooth. His gums is like black. His face looked like he just face planted in soot.
Was it cheek sunk in too? Had that sunk in?
Everything. I'm like, this man looked like he 2 minutes away from death. I was like, damn, bro. Like, but he was like, I've been doing good. I'm like, bro, good to see you. And I'm like, damn, bro, like you're not doing good, but it's all right. Like, I think that
I feel bad. I feel bad for those. I do genuinely feel bad for those people.
I do too, but it's like you also chose that.
Yes.
Like you, except for like the people who started their addictions through like pills. You know what I mean? Because pills were prescribed to us as like non-addictive, non-habit forming.
Yeah.
And then once they started, it was like, oh, okay. But like those people I give like a pass and excuse for, like, all right, bro, I get it. You didn't mean to go down that road. But the people who like started off with like hard drugs and they're like, yeah, I went from smoking weed to smoking crack. And I'm like, how did you make that jump, bro?
That's yeah.
Like what made you put a crack rock in front of your face and say, I want to try this?
But going from weed to crack is like jumping across the Golden Gate fucking bridge.
Right.
Like,
so
where's the lead up from?
Oh, like the people with dope, and it's like, bro, what made you like you chose to try that first? I remember I was locked up. I had some dude come into my cell. I was in the hole, and he had smuggled in a bunch of dope. He had put some on the desk. He was like, hey, you want some? I was like, nah, bro, I'm all set, thanks. And then he was like, all right, cool, more for me. It's not like there's gonna be peer pressure with drugs. People are gonna offer you out of respect, and then once you say no, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you might get peer pressured with is weed. I mean, weed and alcohol, because they're commonplace and they're legal. You know what I mean? So that's it.
And the culture around weed has always been share with a friend. Like,
right.
Like it's always, you never get high by yourself. More, you know what I mean? Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was always like the nomenclature around it was like, go get up with your peoples and go blaze. But that's not like a solo drug all the time.
Right. But like there's a bunch of things that factor into homeless.
Even cocaine's like a social drug, you know what I mean? But
right, so like
needles,
people chose these addictions, they got into these situations, and it's like, yeah, I feel bad, but it's like, yo, it's a list of decisions that you made that got you there. Now you got to make a whole list of decisions to get you out of there.
So, yeah, and they ain't gonna be fucking easy. So now it's up to you. Are you willing in your mind to go through what it's gonna take, the necessary steps, which are not gonna be easy. Every step of the way is gonna be fucking terrible and hard.
Mm-hmm.
But through that trial and tribulation, you're gonna learn a lot about yourself, and you'll come out the other end 1,000 times better than you were if you can endure that mental beatdown until you can finally break, the chains of addiction and come out normal on the other side. Absolutely. Are you willing to go through that gauntlet? Is what you have to be honest with yourself about. That's what you drug guys need to do.
You have to have the consistency and perseverance to persevere through.
Yep. At times that you're going to be like, I need it, I want it. You need to say no to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Now, Roger Payton in the comments had put, what do you guys think about dirt bikes and ATV riders in Massachusetts, as well as the impact they've had in Fall River and New Bedford?
Bro, I hate that shit. I'm a driver. I fucking hate that shit.
See, I hate it and I like it. Okay, so the thing I like about it is they got a hell of a following and a grouping, and I want all them to go stream my music. Aaron on Night, it's your boy Fifth, all platforms. Now, the reason why,
bro, as a driver, it's as a driver, it is the most annoying thing because
Oh, of course.
you never want to be the person behind the wheel when you're just driving up or down the street doing what you're supposed to be doing, and retard comes out the corner, out the cut, drives in front of you, and you smack into him doing 20 or 30 miles an hour, and you end up hurting him severely, permanently,
Yeah.
or worse, you unalive someone by doing that.
Mhm.
Because regardless if it's your fault or not, you are going to be charged with vehicular H
Mhm.
or some very bro. It's gonna be
Something
an
crazy,
event
yeah.
in your life that you don't want to go through, and it wasn't even your fault.
Bro, I was on the Ave the other day.
Mm.
Bunch of people doing wheelies right behind my car. I'm like, yo, this shit is a year model 2025. You fuck up, bro. I will hurt you. Like, go
Yep.
ahead, bump and drop your wheelie into my car, bro. Go ahead. I'm like, I'm looking in the mirror the whole time. I'm like, all right, bro. I'll put this shit in park right now.
Yo,
Nah.
so I can't say I did this because I didn't have this experience,
Right.
but somebody had told me that they were driving up the street and had 3 kids on it. It was like the kids were far away, like a football field away, and they would do popping wheelies in the middle of the street. And there was a car in front of him, and the kid swerved at it, and the car swerved a little bit and went around. So the kid thought he was funny coming down the street. Well, my boy who was driving up the street was like, okay, he saw it ahead of time, went all right, and didn't wait. And when the kid started turning towards him, he turned the car towards him, and that kid saw the car coming at him and cut the wheel hard, bro, and dumped off to the side.
Mhm.
To try to send a message of like, cut the shit, you little fucking punk.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I
Again,
think
that wasn't me.
they need to have a place to ride.
There's places that it's not everywhere. You know what I mean? You have to
Right.
travel.
I think that this is something that the cities need to take note of. And Massachusetts as a state. Like, all right, if I'm a mayor of Fall River, New Bedford,
Bro, there's legislation right now. There's legislation about this going in Capitol Hill.
yeah, but they go in the total opposite way with it. They're trying to like really fucking get kids in trouble and all types of other shit. I look at this as a missed opportunity for the cities. Okay. In Massachusetts, you have Seekonk Speedway that you can fucking go do demo with your cars and fucking bump into shit and all this other stuff. Right? Go race cars. That place is packed every fucking event. You put a track like that for these bikes and these ATVs, know how much money you can make? Have these motherfuckers sign a waiver. Have a lawyer print up this shit, a permission slip. Have the lawyers go through it. Whoop. They sign the waiver. They pay $50 an hour to go ride. They're going to go ride for a few hours instead of risking getting their bike taken away and fucking demolished and getting charges. Because they're still going to want to ride.
Oh, of course. The serious
and then
ones
the city
the
makes all the money off literally a piece of land. You know what I mean? With some fencing around it and a sign.
It just sucks with the cities. The cities don't have the enough nature, you know what I mean, in order to really make this shit happen. If they do, it's already on lands where you can't do anything on anymore. They're already like secured, like this is such and such state park. You can't build or do nothing on that shit. It's like a preserve in a way, you know what I mean?
Right. I think, and they do that with city parks too. I think there's so many city parks that you can like change. Like my city, for example, Florida, Massachusetts. So many so many baseball fields. Right now, there's a lot of people in the city that want soccer. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
So a whole new wave of people that are in the baseball fields in the outfield trying to play soccer and bring their own nets. And there's baseball fields that are no longer being used for baseball. People are just playing like football on the baseball field. They're playing soccer. They're playing catch, but they're not playing baseball. The teams, like the leagues, have been dying. Instead of all these fucking baseball fields, why don't you put one that's a soccer field? Why don't you make one a football field? Why don't you go with the times? Make one of these big ass parks a small little track where these fucking kids can ride and make money. And if there's none of these type of tracks in your surrounding region, you just got the monopoly because now that whole region is going to go to that city. Like if Fall River has one, the riders from New Bedford are going to come down to ride at Fall River and not get their bike fucking repoed and demolished by the New Bedford Police Department for them riding down the street.
You want to know what it is too? Is so my son had one before he bought his car. I bought him one last August, and there is a right way of doing it. You need to have you got to have your permit for like, and I think you have to register it like a car, but it's a much less. I think it's like $50 to register it. So we went the right route and did that. So he was able to ride it legally. A lot of the problems is that these kids don't do that shit, and then they don't abide by the laws either because there's 100 of them at once, and they just burn lights and shit and keep traffic. They don't.
Because they're looking at it like, why am I going to do the legal shit if there's nowhere for me to ride and I'm going to get bopped anyways?
No, but
so if I go pay for the registration and all this shit, they're still going to ride like an asshole. They're still going to do the wheelies, which is
but you can ride on the road then. You just have to abide by the.
But they're still going to want to do wheelies and ride like an idiot. So they're going to be swerving in and out of traffic. They want to ride like that. So they want to pull the wheelies.
But you can't do what you want in life, though. You know what I mean? That's
right.
And that's what kids need to learn early. Is listen, I get you have this thing you want to do. It's just you can't do it here like that.
Right. I just look at the business of it. I look at it as a missed business opportunity. I see these city council meetings where the city's like, we need to find a way to generate revenue.
Yeah, if there was a
and then they're putting mad revenue to stop shit that could generate revenue. Like these street takeovers. Bro, I've been behind one of these. I got caught at a stop sign. I was listening to the police scan. I heard like 200-300 cars down at Airport Road in Fall River, where they always race every weekend. And where they race is right on the Fall River Freetown line. So they just bounce over. And there's a highway exit right there. So as soon as the cops come, they all scatter, go on the highway, then they just loop around and come back. So I'm behind the stop sign. Bro, this shit was the Fast and the Furious movie. Fucking whoom, whoom, whoom. Bro, I had like half of a pre-roll just watching these motherfuckers fly by. I'm like, yo, they deep. I'm like, and they meet up like weekly. I'm like, this could be a huge revenue, even if it was like, say, $20 an hour. Something light for like a track like that. You got 200 cars at $20 an hour. What? You're making 4 racks.
Right.
You know what I mean? For just a piece of land and some paperwork that they got to sign in the beginning. And now they get to go fucking lap around and do races back and forth, be fine. And have like a paramedic on scene in case anything happens. And now you're even more insured with your licensing and everything. Fucking great. No, instead, these kids are going to be like, yo, we're going to do it anyways because we don't care about the repercussions. They're not serious enough.
Yeah. Well, they're kids anyways. They don't give a fuck. Kids don't care about the
right. So instead of capitalizing on a behavior that they're never going to change, like that Airport Road exit area, bro, there's been racing there my whole life. There was racing over there on that strip before I was born. Like my dad and his friends used to go over there. So like they've been racing over there since like the 60s. I mean, and it's like, okay, why not put a fucking track over there? Why not make banking an attraction?
Bro, there's definitely area. There's plenty of space down there too. There's plenty of space down there. If you demolish a couple of those empty buildings down there, I know that area well through what I do for a job. And I had a job down there, you know what I mean? Like near the windmill. But so I know that area well. That straightaway, bro, is fucking. I could definitely see that. There's plenty of area over there. Now the problem is is it wetlands? Is it not wetlands? How is it zoned? And I know there's buildings down there that aren't being used. You know what I mean?
Right. But even then, even if it's not exactly down there, there's plenty of spots in the city where you have enough space to put a strip.
Oh, definitely, bro. There's room down there. There's room. You buy 2 lots side by side because you're the owner of both, and you make it one.
Yep. You know what I mean? Then you're done. And now you got stands that you can sell tickets. Mm-hmm. I mean, and now you can book racers to race against you. I'm thinking as a promoter now. Okay, how am I going to promote as a venue? Oh, this guy with the souped out this and that, da-da-da, is going to race this guy this week. I'm selling tickets. People are coming to watch because They already coming to watch.
Bro, then open it up to all the local artists around here to do shows at a
Mhm.
smaller rate than a promoter would know. But that way he gets
Right.
something out of it. There's another revenue stream coming in.
Mhm.
And you got stands already set up, dude. You know what I mean? You can set up
Exactly.
concessions and shit.
And the vendors from the local area and businesses, it just makes sense. It's old people in politics. They just think old.
I don't even think they think old. I think they just don't care no more. I think they're to the point where they don't want us to win. They don't want us to succeed. So they do intentionally not do things that we're talking about. You know what I mean? Think about it, yo. Exactly what you're saying. It makes complete sense to do it that way. Why aren't they? You don't think that me and you could figure it out? You don't think the people that are in power that you know what I mean, that are fucking super smart college kids haven't figured this out? But it comes when you get to that point, you go, well, why wouldn't you go that route? They go a different route, and it's like, well, why would?
Well, you got to think also
want.
if they're older, they got an older mentality, so they're not thinking what the youth is going to be into or whatever. They're just like, oh, that's going to be problems. There's going to be a bunch of punks over there that are not doing what they're supposed to, and why are they even spending that much money on their cars? That's just so irresponsible. No, we're not going to encourage that type of behavior. And then totally against it. And then they were like, what we really need is put a craft fair with kite flying. And it's like, yeah, because that's what they fucking want, dumbass. Right. And it's like, but that's the type of like events all of these cities throw because they do safe and they do, I call it crunchy events. So what I mean by crunchy events is non-GMO boat shoes, sweater tied around the neck, Carlton from Fresh Prince, those type of events. All right, that's what I picture. Like Forever had a cops and bobbers event, fishing with a cop, and it was aimed at troubled youth. If you were troubled youth, are you gonna go fishing with the cop?
Oh, so I've seen a couple episodes of different things like that where the dude took the kid out on the boat, like the real hood kid. I think he was from Chicago, like O Block. Took him out on a fishing boat, and it was just completely fucking awkward because the two were so far away from each other. Trying to even speak to each other was like a problem because they talk in such different languages. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's I don't know. I see what you're saying though. You got to bridge that gap somehow. Like, what is closer to the troubled youth? Fishing isn't the closest thing. There's got basketball for real, bro. Like football.
I mean, let the cop get tackled. Let's go play some tackle football. Come on.
Right.
I mean, if I'm a troubled youth, I won't play tackle football with the cops. Go ahead. I mean, you mean I get to fucking tackle you with no arrest? Oh, I can't wait till that motherfucker says hike.
He's gonna tackle you too.
Right.
Yeah. And the cops, I guess some cops.
It all depends. You just got to make sure you play defense. That's all.
Yeah, right.
You are a defensive player. You do not get tackled.
Right.
Be like, no. Against the cops, I'll play defense. I'll be the tackler. Don't worry. I'm not going to try to run on the grown-ass adults as a kid. No.
Some of them calls a jack, too. I ain't trying to run offense on him.
Nope.
What we got here?
Roger Payton put a lot of kids love racing. Yep.
Bro, I'll be honest with you. I don't even think the fact they even like racing itself. It's the fact of they're figuring out a much, much cheaper way of being able to transport themselves around without having all the restraints of having a vehicle. The vehicle payment, the insurance payment, the fucking excise tax every month, the maintenance on a car, the gas on a car. To own a vehicle is hella expensive. You know how cheap it is to drive a 50cc fucking moped around that does 30 miles an hour?
Right.
Like, it's just way more convenient. Way more convenient.
That's just the scoots. That's what I call them. I call them the scoots.
The
little scoots. Fucking.
People got mopeds. They got ATVs, the 4-wheelers and shit. Like, that's less of those, but
yeah, I think
it's all as one.
I think with the car street takeovers, them shits can get wild. But I think have a track for that. And I mean, have a property that got 2 tracks, one for cars, one for the scoots and the ATVs, and then everybody happy, everybody making money, everybody safe. There's a paramedic on site. Cool. There's vendors, there's food, there's entertainment from local artists. Perfect. I just gave y'all gold mines. Run with it. You know what I mean? We invented this shit for you guys. Here you go. Take
Especially putting one in Fall River, bro. If you put one in Fall River, you would get people from
huge.
Taunton. You'd get people from, and these are just the big cities that are in a circle. You get Providence. You get like Attleboro-ish up around that way. You get all the way up to Taunton or Brockton. You get all the way out here to New Bedford, and then probably out to the Cape. You'd have that whole circle, and I'm probably some shit in Connecticut that I can't think of. That circle would extend out.
Yeah,
to,
you get a huge, and
be
the
crazy.
whole following that goes to Seekonk Speedway would come right over because it's a brand new track.
Absolutely.
I mean, people like brand new things. So you telling me I could do the same thing, a track here, track there, but this one's brand new, all nice, and this one's like running down? I'm telling you, Aaron, this is the business the whole county needs to run with. Bristol County, take notes. And then he put, exactly, Joey. Yeah, I hear it. You know what I mean? But you need young politicians that see the vision. You can't have the NIMBY politicians that's not in my city, not in my backyard. Like, no, okay, well then you're never gonna get that shit and cater to certain people. That's it.
You want to know what though? If I'm keeping it real, it is a good idea, and I definitely think they should do it. I think they would implement it, but I think they've probably done things not similar to that, but their own whatever in the time that it was, and the people ruined it. Because let's
Right,
keep it
yeah,
real. Let's keep it real.
people ruin shit. Like I
People are
Florida
going to
used to
deface the
have
shit. People are
Florida
gonna
Celebrates America got
bro,
ruined.
they're going to deface that shit. You're gonna have gangs rolling up trying to fight each other. There's gonna be fights breaking out, gunfire. Like, because we're talking about the cities around here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
But that's when you gotta like be able to police it right. All right, you know that you bring in a crowd. All right, when you have this crowd, you gotta have a detail. Now the city's getting money from the business paying the detail because they're expecting.
I'm with you. But what I'm saying is why these things probably don't happen anymore is because they tried different things in the past,
absolutely.
and this is the result that they got. And they were like, "Bro, what are we spending all this money? This is and people are dying. It's making the administration at the time look bad." They're like, "Fuck."
Like,
this.
okay, I'm gonna take a wild left field here, right? You just saying that and people ruining things. It makes me feel like, all right, how do I put it? I'm gonna take it to this story. So I was locked up. Sheriff Hodgson at the time, Bristol County House of Corrections, took away the dominoes. We had 6 dominoes that you used to buy in commissary. Took them away, made them contraband.
Why?
Because there was inmates that were shaving them into shapes and putting them in their dicks as cock rocks. Yo, I had this one MS-13 dude, right? I'll never forget. Chaleo, he was funny dude. He walks up to me, he goes, yo, I can't even say this with a straight face. I wanted to punch him and like laugh at the same time, right? But I knew he was dead serious and meant no disrespect. He looked at me, goes, yo, papi, listen. He goes, you get hard, put it in my hand. I take razor, I cut, I put rock in there. I do $5, cheapest on the block. I said, papi, listen, I'm not getting hard and putting nothing next to you, okay? You're not cutting my dick. What the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, I'm the cheapest on the block. If you want it from somebody else, you pay more. And then he walked away. I was like, yo, I'm in the Matrix. What the fuck is this?
Just because I'll ask the dumb question. What the fuck is the purpose of that? Like I get the whole thing is retarded anyways, but people have done this. So what is the outcome supposed to be? Like,
I'm assuming they think it would feel better for the female having like an object like implanted on top of it.
I guess in theory.
Oh, this
I mean,
motherfucker opened his hand like there was crack rocks. He had a 5-point diamond, like a star. He had a heart. He had like a circle. He was just like, "Look, I
he
got
had different
shapes."
shapes.
Yes, I was like, "Yo, he's a hustler," but nah, I'm all set. I'm good.
Dude,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah. Yeah. He doing 35 to life right now. He
So, dude, hold on.
body.
There was just one. I'm trying to somehow logically come to like how this can make sense to me. So, if you did it, a dick is a circumference, right? It's a circle, right?
Right.
So, if you put one on one side, what about the other three? It doesn't like symmetrically add up. Think about a girl's vagina is also a
Should it
circle.
only just be one on top? That's it.
So you don't put like
The other
four like
sides don't have nothing.
north,
No,
south, east, west. So it's like a
no, no,
I
no,
don't I don't okay.
no,
I'm like
no.
I don't.
So yeah, yo. So the sheriff took away Domino's.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask one more question on that. What side does it go on? Like the
The
top?
top. Yeah,
It sits on top?
yeah. That's what was told to me. He told me he was gonna cut the top, put it up top, and I said, "Nope, no, you're not. That's not what you're gonna do. You're gonna get away from me."
All right, hold on. Ready? What happens if you're not circumcised? Do you need to get cut?
Now you got to do two processes, two operations.
Can you just pull it back, drop it in, and put it back?
Now you don't even gotta get cut. You just tuck it in the hood. It pops out and falls when you pull the hood back. There you go.
Oh my
Surprise!
God. What the fuck?
Yo, the
Yo.
shit that I've seen, bro, wow. Like, yo, when this dude was telling me this, and he was like, "Yeah, you want this? Get this done $5. I'm the cheapest on the block." I'm like, "Yo, people are paying you to do this?" He was like, "Yeah, bro. I know a few people. They told me they got it done. They had to go to medical. They was infected. They had to go to the hospital. All types of shit.
What the?
Like, nah.
When was the
Yup.
last time that dude cleaned that blade and then clean the spot for the incision? Like,
Yeah,
that's
no.
disgusting, bro. Bro, could you imagine that dude rolling up to you for $5? He already had like 4 bodies on it. Hadn't even washed it yet, yo. Let me cut you for number 5.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
outta
why he's
here,
the
yo.
cheapest on the block. Because
Exactly.
he doesn't buy new razors.
He was like, I got my money's worth out of this blade.
It's like I got the same razor blade. That's all. Shit.
Oh man. It's yo, Fifth, you said what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm a sick-minded individual.
Yeah, listen, fucking yeah, a lot of people was getting them. It was to the point where they stopped selling Domino's. They had the cops make announcements that they warned us that they were going to stop selling the Domino's.
Bro, I
They were
could've
like, if you
sworn
guys
he was
keep
gonna-
doing this, we're going to stop selling the Domino's. Stop, otherwise we're taking off that thing. And then motherfuckers kept doing it, and they kept going to medical with infections and being gone at the hospital for like a week and shit because their cut on their dick was just not healing right.
Bro. Never when you said that, I was like thinking, oh, they shaved him down for like a shiv. You know what I mean? You can shave
Yeah.
a nice hard domino down, you can doink somebody
Yeah.
with it. Bro, when you said they shaved him down for cock rocks, what the fuck?
Yeah. So they got rid of the Domino's. Nah, Easy Shiv is Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, the
You melt,
motherfuckers are sharp, bro. Hell yeah.
so you melt down the Jolly Ranchers and you form them together and let it cool. So you take boiling hot water and you make what's called a stinger. So you take the cord from a fan, plug it in, you pull the wires apart, and then you base it with fucking like a flip flop, and then each side like it's kind of like jumper cables, and then you put it in fucking a waste basket of water and some salt. That shit starts boiling, and it boils super hot. Like if you let that shit sit for like too long, you might burn your bucket. Like your bucket might melt, depending on how much salt you put in that water. So like it makes it super hot, and then
Bro, that's even diabolical, bro. Think about it, like that candy going in you and then coming back out, bro. That shit definitely gonna get infected, bro. That's got all
Well,
kinds of
you
shit.
break off the candy. You break the candy off. So then the candy that you got left in your hand, you throw in the toilet, or you can just throw it back in the boiling water to melt it. So the evidence is melted, and just unplug your cord so the water gets cool, hopefully before the cop come, and leave whatever's left in the person as like here's a snack for later. You can keep that Jolly Rancher.
Bro, that shit gonna affect something, bro. That shit, think about it, that's not a clean fucking blade going in you. That's got all kinds of fucking ingredients and shit in it that's not meant to be like stuck in somebody. You know, that's
Listen,
crazy.
there was a time because Roger Payton put. Do you guys remember the riot at Bristol County Jail? I think it happened in 2020 or 2021. Yeah,
I
G.
vaguely.
Yeah, they had a quick riot and GAGB got all on the news. The thing with the riots is, you know that like you're not winning. Like, what you gonna do? You gonna
Yeah, right.
fucking act up in the jail? You gonna destroy everything? You gonna catch way more charges. And Ryan put, I have seen worse in jail. Yo, listen, I can't say what I've seen in jail.
You
Like,
can, Ryan, though. Ryan, tell me some of the best shit you've seen.
yo, the females are worse, the CO say.
I believe it.
Like, so I was a worker, right? I got to like walk around the jail and I'd collect like mop heads and trash. And I'd be able to like go talk to the workers from each unit. So like I could spread news, just do my 1-2. And yeah, so I had good hustles in there, right? And if shit wasn't coming in from the streets, I'd get shit from medical because the nurses would hook me up with sheets of meds. All you gotta do is talk to people nicely. I mean, you talk to them nicely, you get a sheet of pills. But one, they just got a librarian that got arrested at Bristol County House Correction.
I saw that.
She was bringing in sheets of K2, and they said that it was think like fucking $2,000 a sheet or $5,000 a sheet. It was going for.
How they were bringing it in was wild, wasn't it? Like infused in paper or something, and there was like
Yeah,
a process that was extracted afterwards.
yeah. So what people will do is
That's
eat the
crazy.
paper, or they'll fucking like rip the paper up and put it in like tobacco that they got and smoke it. And yeah, but 5,000 a sheet, that price went up. I mean, it said it got caught $65,000 worth. I was like, that man was making money in there off that librarian chick.
Bro,
He
for
should have
real.
fucking stopped way before that.
How'd you get caught, bro? Too like, how do you get caught? Dude, that's pretty. That's a pretty evil genius fucking
Easy,
scheme.
you get greedy. You know what I mean? He probably got like a sheet or two in at first. Bang, fucking got the money. Then he's people like, yo, you got any more? He like, nah, I can get some more. Just
Word of
hold on
mouth, yo,
it.
yeah. Yep.
Then fucking he gets some more. Word of mouth passes. Now everybody like somebody mad that they couldn't get some, or they're like, yo, let me get it cheaper because you can keep getting it, bro. Drop the price. I mean, it's not exclusive. And fucking disagreement, like, nah, this is the price. Could be some shit like that. Or
Even
just
with K
somebody
two,
hating on the moves that he was making.
or if somebody banging out K2, man, that shit sends you in psychosis sometimes too. So all of a sudden, CEOs start seeing people acting erratic when they weren't before.
Right.
Something's up. What's going
Yo, I
around?
remember
Like,
one time there was some loud on the block, right? Motherfuckers was smoking some like fire medical. Bro, the CEO's walking the unit. As soon as she stepped into the unit, she's like, it smell like weed in there. And then everybody's like, nah, there ain't no weed in there. Bro, there's probably like 12 cells that was burning down, all right? Motherfuckers had an ounce of some loud in there, right? Wild. Fucking cell walls were rubbed with Noxzema. With the Bro, I had so much Noxzema on my walls.
oh my god,
Fucking CEO just walked by. Look, she was like, "What you do to the walls?" I'm like, "It makes them fresh."
it makes it fresh.
She's like, "This kid is high as shit." It was great. No, it's the hard times in life that bring out some of the funniest times. I mean, it really is like Yo, like fucking this kid PJ that was one of my cellmates. I mean, he gone now, rest in peace. Me and him made some homebrew. Man, I had never made this shit before, right? He was like, I got this. And at the time on the streets, he was a sous chef at a restaurant. So I'm like, all right, this kid knows what the fuck he's doing. He be cooking and shit. So we made it. And the thing with homebrew is makes your cell smell. You could smell it bad. So
It's like
cops,
fermented fruit and shit.
right? So cops be walking in your cell every day for cell inspections, just daily walkthroughs, just rummaging through your shit. So I was like, yo, I ain't doing this in the cell, bro. Nah, we got jobs and shit. Like I'm getting good time. I'm getting time off my sentence. I get to walk around the jail, like, and make
There you go,
these
freedom.
moves. I'm like, this is my money, bro. I'm not fucking that up off getting drunk and them smelling it in the cell. Nah, I'm like, that's a rookie move, bro. And then he was like, nah, we're not gonna do it in the cell. So we worked, me and him in the middle of the jail, and they had all the classrooms and all, like offices over there. But they had like a chapel over there too. So there's a janitor's closet. This fucking genius. Now, one of our jobs was to make sure, like, we did the bathrooms over there, and if the toilet paper box of toilet paper was low, we'd have to go get a new box from upper storage. He was like, "Bro, let's just keep bringing toilet paper rolls in, fill up the box, and then put the homebrew in the bottom box." He was like, "That way, there's two boxes, so as soon the top box will never get empty. Nobody's gonna open the top box, see that there's toilet paper, and go to the box of toilet paper underneath and open it."
Yeah, yep.
He's like, "Put the homebrew in that." Bet, bro, we had that shit fermenting for like a month and a half.
Oof.
Okay. Every night we just fucking every day bring in fucking the toilet paper. Sia was like, "Yo, why y'all just be leaving the unit with mad toilet paper every day?" It's like, yo, because there's still like a shortage in the other units. So we got an abundance over here. So the workers tell us that they low. And I mean, the CEOs ain't ordering as much toilet paper over there. So we're going to toss a few rolls to my boy over in this unit. They're like, okay. And then they look at the toilet paper. They're like, open the roll. They're like squeezing it. It's like, yeah, bro, I don't got nothing in the toilet paper. Like, you fucking weirdo. Like, I already transported what I needed. It's in a box somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, stop looking at my toilet paper. Fucking weirdo. Thinking you a super cop. Then go get the job done. Go like burp the bag. Bro, the day we drank that shit, tasted like mixed orange and red Mad Dog.
Oh,
All right. Because it was like, because we put the orange tang. Well, it was like orange tang, but apple too, because we had apples. I mean, but it was kind of like a Mad Dog type flavor and like Mad Dog strength. So we had big ass tumbler cups. So it was like this, just big ass tumbler cups. Bro, we each had two of them shits. And fucking there was three of our boys. It was one kid's birthday. So it was like, here, bro. And fucking so we drinking and shit. The kids beatboxing, we rapping. Fucking it was funny. The cop comes by and bro, this kid's lit, right? I mean lit, stumbling, fucking bumping into shit. Sia goes, yo, what's up with your boy over here? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I think he had a long night at work and shit. Like, sugar's low. And then he was like, oh, what y'all drinking? I was like, Tang from Canteen. He was like, I fucking hate Tang. And then walked away. I was like, word. Fucking hate Tang too.
some hooch.
Yeah. There was some funny times in there. That same kid on Halloween, he fucking he trick-or-treated. He was the only person in the whole unit. Like that kid wanted to be a kid his whole life. Like stay a kid. You gotta think. It's a bunch of grown ass men. We in jail. We angry. All right. You got kids. It's a holiday. You want to be with your kids, so you moody. This motherfucker took 2 fans and tied a sheet around his waist and the fans. So the fans was like the turntables in front of him. He was going a wreck. He's knocking on people's cell doors that were locked in. He was like, yo, 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 it's DJ PJ. He was like, trick or treat, motherfucker. I'm like, yo, this kid's big wreck. Bro, there was some people who, just because he made them laugh, they tossed him like a soup or something. He came back to the cell. He had like $20 worth of shit. He was like, I want trick or treat. He was like, you should go too. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good with that. But
did people breaking them off some of the goodies and shit they had?
Yeah.
That was dope.
Just because it was like hilarious. Oh, there was fun times.
Holy shit.
Then it was like the crazy times, bro. I've seen people like try to unalive themselves. I've seen people who doing the process and then get pronounced unalived at the hospital. Like, yo, one dude swan dived off the whole tier, busted his neck. That shit, as soon as they put him up to put him on the stretcher, that shit looked like like, no, if you bust the headphone and you got the magnet inside falls out,
they just spin around like
that's exactly what his head was doing off his neck. We was all just in there like, damn, he dead. Like that man's gone. He never came back to the unit. That was rough. He was an older dude too. He was like 60 something.
He was not having it.
Yeah, he said, fuck this. He's like, I gotta go. I remember telling my mother that on the phone. She was like, you lying to me. I'm like, all right, it's gonna be in the news tomorrow. And it was in the news. She was like, oh shit. I was like, I told you. I was like, you think this is like fun in here?
What a bad way to go, too, yo. Because if you don't actually kill yourself or unalive yourself.
Yeah, I've seen that happen before, too. I've seen people like fail.
Oh, like that's even worse.
This one kid cut up like his arms bad. Had the ketchup all over the fucking window, right? I'm just gonna say ketchup because streaming platforms don't like that B word. And all over the place. And he put in words on the window, don't help. And fucking I'm walking by and I was a worker, so I was making sure like anybody who was locked in, if they needed hot water for like a coffee or something, like I'll go get you some hot water before I do my job and like make a phone call. Fucking I walk by the cell, I see all this, and I'm like, nah, bro, you're not gonna be playing games like this while I'm working, bro. Like, nah, dude. Like, I'm like, yo, come to the door. Yeah, he was like, nah, bro. He was like, don't tell the CO. He was like, I'm going. He was like, I'm going now. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be the last motherfucker you talk to before you do this shit, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, not putting that shit on me, bro. I'm like, I ain't no rat, I ain't no snitch, but yo, CO, this crazy motherfucker over here needs some help. I'm like, for real. Like, so they went and saved his ass. He was mad about it too. We ended up fighting. He fought because I saved his life.
That's crazy.
There's some wild times in there, bro.
Yeah, I'd be in a different kind of headspace, yo, for that. On some real shit. So, yo, you want to jump to something on a little bit lighter?
Yeah, because that was wild.
Yeah, that was deep.
That's gonna be good clips though. That's gonna hit a whole different demographic.
Oh, absolutely. Yo, you already got people in the comments. I've been reading the comments on the side. They love that shit. Go up and down the comments recently.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
You know what it is, Richie. Much love.
Hell yeah. So, yo, did you happen to hear the Campbell Soup executive and what he got caught playing?
The bioengineered fucking Campbell soup for the poor people?
Yep. The meat inside your Campbell soup that I would be willing to bet if you went in your cabinet, look, everyone's got at least a can probably.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, crazy that dude was on a hot mic saying that food is not healthy for you. It's full of salt. It has 3D printed, made, like non-made, not.
Is this a surprise though?
From Campbell's? Kind of.
Like, really though? Listen, I remember when KFC had the fucking bioengineered chicken when they had the lawsuit.
the pink goop shit that they make
Yeah.
everything from. You know,
Well, yeah, they had the fucking Kentucky Fried Chicken lawsuit where they had to change the name from Kentucky Fried Chicken because it was proven that it wasn't natural organic chickens and had to change their name to KFC. And guess what? That company lasted. They're still thriving. And fucking, yeah, they got competition now. But all these other companies are going to do the same shit. They all doing it. McDonald's got their slime. They all got their fucking bioengineered fucking
nobody
3D
has been
printed
caught like
shit.
that. That's a high-ranking official in Campbell's.
Yeah, he just got caught saying what everybody's thinking.
Oh, but that just confirms it, bro.
Right, yeah, it definitely confirms it. But it confirmed it with the KFC lawsuit too.
Bro, 3D printed? Think about that, bro. How the fuck are you taking... How do you 3D print meat?
I don't know. They putting some other shit in it. There's different ingredients, I guess.
Yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, they 3D print guns. You tell me that's made from the same shit?
Well, listen, in fucking different countries, Bill Gates right now, his wild ass is trying to make bug burgers. He's already doing it. He's got like these bugs that he smushes the bugs down to like powder and makes like burgers.
Bro, they said that's where our diet's gonna be by 2030. The World Economic Forum. They had this Klaus Schwab, the old president, he openly said that you'll be eating the bugs and you'll like it.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many bugs in there, and they're so full of protein. They're just gonna chop them up, sprinkle, season them, and we're not gonna know the difference.
You gotta look at it like this: it's business. You know what I mean? If I got more bugs than I got cows, I can sell way more. And these bugs I can store way easier than all these fucking big ass cows.
Bro, think of if they're doing fake meat, think about 3D printing a bug compared to a fucking cow. The size difference. You're gonna have 500,000 bugs to fit the same size of a cow, bro. It's way more economically feasible if you're looking at it from a corporate, if you look from a profit point of view, which is, let's be honest, that's what our life is nowadays. Everything is built around profit for a company, so it's whatever best benefits the company to maximize profits, which 99 out of 100 times doesn't benefit the consumer, which is us.
Right.
Here we go with the bio meat.
Like, I mean? Look at what do you think that Beyond Burgers are? Didn't fucking Burger King do the Beyond Burger? Where they had like a fucking all these plant-based shit.
The vegan beef?
Yeah, it's all plant. Like they starting with the plants. Yeah, eat the plants first. We got enough plants. Then when we eat too much of the plants, okay, eat these bugs. We got a lot of bugs. Eat this. They just gonna put shit with some flavoring on it. That's all. And we gonna like it. And we gonna eat it. It's gonna get forced to us. Stomachs are gonna get accustomed to it. Like, yo, I know that my stomach, I don't know if it's just age. I think it's not, because I'm not accepting that it is either, if you guys say it is. But, I mean, when I eat a home-cooked meal or something from home, my stomach ain't as fucked up as if I eat, like, fast food.
Oh, my God, yeah, dude. But this ties into the pharmaceutical corporation, because now they're in cahoots with each other. If you give us fucked up food, our whole lives, when we hit 40s and 50s, we end up with what we're seeing now. All of these different type of, whatever, stomach issues turns into diabetes, it turns into whatever. Dude, there's an array of disorders that come with this shit. So they know this. So it's all part of the plan. Step one, get them a fucked up diet. In 20 or 30 years, you'll see the fruition of this. Pharmaceutical, oh, by the way, we got a cure for that. But the one cure that does whatever ailment you have gives you 4 more ailments, and you got to then go get this thing to cover those 4, bro. It's a never-ending pharmaceutical cycle, bro. It's terrible.
Right. I said most of it is plastic. That's why. Yeah, a lot of plastics.
That's
that's why we do our best to stay underground and own ourselves.
That's all you can do. I mean, that's really even that though. Bro, they even got you on that now. They've been making sure that Monsanto, which you look into this, the name Monsanto, the seeds you get are already genetically modified from them, because you're buying it from them, because they're like the sole provider of like the vast majority of anything you buy.
Like that Miracle Grow shit.
Yeah. I mean, bro, even when you're organically growing, the stock you're growing it from is bad.
Hmm.
This is how they get you, yo. Like I'm telling you, man, this system is set up to make us pay. This is like Prison Planet. You really want to be honest about it.
Yeah.
Like we're born into this. We have no choice but to eat shitty food because if you don't eat, you fucking die. Let's be honest. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Food costs through the roof. Energy costs through the roof. You're this much above fucking water on your bills. You know what I mean? Trying to make it through.
It's a population control too, because
Crazy.
we got too many people and not enough resources for everybody to live the same lifestyle. That's why it's spread out, and not everybody lives the same lifestyle. We can't afford it. There's not enough of these objects for all of us to have one.
No, hell no. And I get it. And I'm okay. I'm not of the mindset that life, everybody on planet Earth needs to be the same because
Right.
not everyone on Earth contributes the same, and they don't have the
Exactly.
same. This is where the competition comes into
They don't
it.
have
Some
the
people,
same resources. They don't have the
you know what I
same
mean. You don't
contributes. Yeah,
deserve the same resources as a billionaire when you. Sorry, if you're working at McDonald's part time. Like, why do
exactly.
you think your piece of the pie should be that big for not doing what it took to reach those levels? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get that, but also in the same mindset, I do think there should be a minimalist, like there's a minimum wage. There should be a minimum standard of living,
Yes.
similar to a minimum wage as an analogy. You know what I mean? To what that looks like, I haven't thought enough into it to be like, yo, what's fair?
Yo,
You
the
know,
other night, last was like 2 nights ago, I went to go get coffee, and right in the plaza where the Dunkin' was at, the homeless people sleeping. There was like four of them
mhm.
with fucking white sheets around them, like white blankets, just all covered up. And I'm like, yo, they look like dead bodies. Like, can somebody help these people? And right up the street, Fall River has a 24-hour crisis intervention building, right? Tell me not that building was closed. I said, how the crisis intervention building closed? Sorry about your crisis. We open again Monday. What?
That's
That
wild, bro.
helps.
That should be 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I mean, then again, too, I say that, but then I do get mad sometimes when I hear like the amount of money that's spent on that shit.
Mm.
And the reason why I get mad about it, and I do truly feel bad for these people. But at the same time, when you see the rate of success to the amount of money that's put in, it's not even
Yeah,
close
they got to be
to
stricter
worth it.
earlier. You got to be way stricter earlier. I tell people all the time, like, yo, section a motherfucker quick. So, like, yo, you refuse the treatment, you refuse the housing, you refuse this. Sorry, I'm going to section you because you're a danger to yourself and others. I can't have you sleeping out here in the public without a fucking house or a roof over your head because it's not safe for you.
Bro.
So, mentally, you are not stable enough to make a sane
A same
decision
decision.
for your health and safety. So, yes, I'm going to section you. But then that leads to the conversation we had earlier about Taunton State. You need more buildings like that to reopen and
Well, let me ask you
make
this
it
though.
humane, though.
Well, hold on, let me ask you this: what even gives someone the right to even say that to somebody? If somebody wants to live like that, who are we to say you're not, like who are we to go to that person and say you're because you won't conform, you're not mentally stable? What if that person really is mentally stable and just doesn't want to be part of society? Like, do we have that right to deem that person that? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this is a slippery slope, in my opinion, where the traditionalists will say the country wasn't built on that. The country was built on if you want to sleep on the fucking park bench because that's what you decide to do, then
You
so be
can't.
it. That's the decision you make. Because where does that line stop? All right, we deemed you that because you're not living like everyone else, you're not pursuing a better life. You want to do this now. We've deemed you illegitimate. Now we have to go to a facility that's also going to be tax funded.
All right.
So it gets into this like it's a wicked slippery. I get it. It's a wicked
But
like
I think it's like
deep conversation.
also stopping shit early, too. Like, all right, you in New Bedford, you guys are wild with panhandlers. We got
Oh, big
panhandling
time,
problem, too.
big time.
New Bedford's so wild, they put the stones like this. Like
Now
a
the second
person ain't
entrance.
gonna stand on the side of it now, just in the road. Like there's not land on the side of this.
And they do it, and they do it, bro. They do it. I go to Market Basket 2-3 times a week, and right in the entrance to Market Basket, coming off of Cogshell Street, right off the 195 exit. Bro, both sides right there. There's a 7-Eleven right there and shit. Both sides, you have people right there. Now, me and Karen went to Market Basket early this morning to get some of the buffalo dip, and they
That's
wasn't
what you
out
ran
yet.
into Cassius for.
Yeah, usually I do, but he wasn't there today. I went around the corner from where they normally stand, and there's a strip mall. In the back of the strip mall, one of the doors has it's like almost like an entryway. You have to walk in, but there's two walls right there. So a homeless person, if you got inside there, the wind blowing this way wouldn't hit you because there's a door here, there's a wall here, and a wall behind you. The only way in is right. So it's, you know what I mean. And as we're driving by, bro, no, I look in there, bro. This is probably a 5x5, 5 foot by 5 foot. There was 3 people in there, bro, basically like sleeping on each other. I was like, bro, it's just wild. And again, I feel bad for him, but what's the right solution
Seth
to this?
in the comments, Seth lived that life. Yeah. Same with Roger Payton. So Seth he panhandled for years, met a lot of very nice and cool people. And then Seth also, I hate this subject. I'm on the shit side of this. They have to want it themselves, and that takes a lot of life beating the person down to the point they submit.
That's facts.
And Roger Payton put, sometimes people just want to be loved and spend their entire lives without that feeling. Right. I think that the spots that like Taunton State Hospital and all these other places that did get closed down, they got closed down because of like mistreatment and all this other shit. And the way they were
cutting budgets, bro. I think the budgets got fucked up and the money wasn't there anymore. These places looked at them and said, this is costing the city of Taunton $10 million a year as a facility to operate. All the people that work there. And what's your ROI? Again, this is when our lives started turning into everything became a fucking a profitable business. And they're like, what's the return on investment here? What's the ROI? Like, this is nothing. It's a complete negative. Well, we can take this 10 million and put it into something that's going to be, infrastructure or something. You know what I mean? Like, they could do something with it. And I get it. Now you have people that are literally crazy, like crazy people that walk and stab you and put themselves in shit. You like legit walk in the streets. It's a wicked, you know what I mean? This is where going back to saying how we're a capitalist society, this is where I think socialism should be. And this is one of the areas where we should, as a society, be able to like, all right, we're all going to fork over 4 cents an hour that we work into this fund, which is going to fund that type of thing to keep these people off the streets.
Now, Seth says, I froze every year, almost a decade, bro. I can't even comprehend how or why I would live as I did, but I wanted to work, but nobody hires homeless like known homeless. That's a problem, too. I think that these programs that are out for the homeless should get them into work. I think that the cities should hire the homeless to clean up litter. You know what I mean? How they have like community service for people that are getting in trouble and they're over here picking up trash on the sidewalk and all this other shit. Have the homeless get paid for that. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you get in trouble, that's your community service where you got to do it for free. But if you're homeless, we can get you doing this shit. You get a nice little vest, you get your little fucking time card, you do your thing. Now you're getting money and you're giving back to the city at the same time the city's giving back to you. So it'd be a win-win.
Again, yeah, no, you're right. And with a vetting process, because they're not going to want to fund a drug addict, because then a lot of drug addicts are going to run to that. It's an easy fix right there and guaranteed.
I mean, Seth said they are our neighbors, whether we like it or not. I tried to be all love, but the streets are hard. I'm sure.
Bro, the problem is when you're homeless, you have dug yourself such a deep hole to get out of. It takes like extraordinary measures to get yourself out of this hole, and it deters people from wanting to even do it. So they stay in that perpetual circle instead of trying to reach themselves out and pull themselves out, because it's such a deep hole. But you have to understand that if you have buried yourself that deep and you can get yourself out of that hole, that accomplishment in life, bro, you're unstoppable at that point. Nothing's going to stop you, because there'll be nothing harder than what you went through right there moving forward once you get out of it. Because getting out of that hole will be the hardest thing you've ever had to do. But once you've accomplished getting out, life will be easy for you.
Roger goes, work. For Matt's work, if you don't have a place to live. He works at the Dollar Tree and has held that job down since he had no place to call home, and now we both have a place. Dope.
Hmm.
And Seth goes, we would always try to help. If I needed money to place to stay, and I have it.
That's a lot
That's
of the problem, bro. I
yeah,
think if we're gonna keep it real, I know a lot of people with the homeless, they don't like, oh, not everyone's a drug addict. Yeah, you're right. Everyone isn't. But let's rephrase that. Is the majority, meaning more than
yeah,
50%? Let's keep it real. Yes. And that's the
yeah.
problem. Because you'll,
Homelessness is 50-50 between addiction and mental health, and both of them overlap so much. So it's like they go hand in hand, they date each other,
yeah, yeah.
and it's like it's one or the other that got you in the situation, and it might be both. Um, you just gotta get out of that situation and do what you gotta do. There's
Facts.
programs out there that are available. You just gotta
To be
want them.
willing. You
You
have to
gotta
have
need
want.
them.
You need that want, bro. You have to be in here, have to want to do it. You can't try to tell somebody, a counselor, a friend, and try to convince them that you want to do it. You need to convince yourself that you want to do it, or it's for nothing.
Exactly. And I think that you also need I think the cities need a better job of publicizing the programs that they do have.
Yeah.
Like the cities need to get some like social media marketing and get some sponsored posts and get some like flyers put up around the city where there's like signs here and there that say, hey, there's this available, or hey, there's this available. Because you don't really know unless like you start going into these places because a doctor referred you or something else.
Yep.
So just know that these services are out there. The budgets are being made to fucking get the funding there, and the funding is there. It's just a
They
lot of
want more
people ain't
people in, bro. They
utilizing
want people in. The more people they have in, the more money they can go grab from the federal government in the state. And the state will get that money.
it.
It's
Right,
all based on numbers.
right. Right now, there's people ain't utilizing the help they got, so they can't go and ask for more help because the federal government's gonna be like, well, people ain't using what you got, so why am I giving you money?
Exactly.
Am I gonna give you more?
No, you get less. All based. Yeah, it's all based on numbers that way. Which is again also in itself a very stupid idea. Think about it, bro. So now I know I'm incentivized to really grab people, even though they may not need to try to get them into these programs just to procure more money or falsify documents and documentation to get more money from the federal government. You know what I mean? It's just another one of these systems we make. We kind of scratch your head like, bro, what's this really about? Come on, like this is the best way of approaching this.
I mean, no, Roger put it was enlightening but not fun because having a warm home and people that care about you is 3 times more important.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But
And
can you blame those people though if you're in active addiction? Why they kind of shield themselves from you? You know what I mean? Like I was in
like
that
my
spot at
boy
one point.
Monkey trying to be Santa Claus down the chimney, man. Like,
Oh yeah, bro. I was
man,
ostracized from my own family for fucking years because I had a Percocet problem. Me and Karen both had it. 2007, 8, 9, and 10, bro. I had 4 years of my life where I didn't work at all, bro. I was strictly like a perk head. You know what I mean? Like going to family events and shit. You go there, you hire shit off perks. You feel weird because you can tell everyone
my
knows
thing
you're
was
looking extra
Molly.
weird.
My thing I was, where's Molly? Where's Molly?
You know what I mean?
I
I
was a
get it.
Molly Papa.
Again, put yourself in issues. Do you want to be around a drug addict? You know what I mean? Can you be trusted? Can they leave you alone, thinking that you may steal something upon it? I mean, do you blame them for thinking that? Like,
Right, you gotta like pull your bootstraps up. You gotta make these moves yourself and want them.
uh-huh.
I mean, Roger said in the comments over here, we were lucky, me and Matt, because we both advocated to survive. We didn't want to stay in that situation.
Because you wanted to, because it hit you in the chest. You realize you took accountability for your life. Both of you did, and you guys made something happen. You stopped making excuses about why you couldn't, and started making the decision to excel and to get yourself out of the situation.
Seth goes, I have known many addicts with honor. True, me too, but other
Few
people don't view them as that.
again talking you're talking minority now, and you're talking slim
Right.
minority, bro. Come on, you're gonna tell me, bro, someone in active meth out active crack habit or an active heroin or opiate addiction that No, they're gonna do whatever it takes to fucking get that next high, bro. And like again, single digits, maybe
Yeah, a
people
small
that don't do it.
minority are gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna do a hustle because I'm gonna get
Yep.
this. There's a small minority. But like, listen, on this shit, I've said it countless of times. I've been saying this for years, especially since COVID. Um, I think I got the cure for homelessness, and people sleep on it. The VR schooling. I've said all the time, we got fucking so many schools, public schools in this country, that if we turned every single one of them into housing for the homeless, renovated them all into like little apartments and shit, as like a stepping stone apartment for them to like, kind of like a project for them to fucking boost on up, we have enough. Like the total, hold on. What's the total population of homelessness in America?
Oof. In the
Says
millions.
estimated 771,000. So let's just round it up and say a million.
800. A
All
million?
right.
I'll say, all right.
I'm going to round it up higher, up to a million,
Right.
because of all the people undocumented.
Yep.
How many public schools are in the United States of America? There's 100,000 public schools. So, all of them could literally have like a mansion.
Yeah, but you understand what it costs to run a school? The cost
Right.
of a school? Well, that's crazy bread.
Yeah, but look at the money you would save as the municipal governments that pay these schools. Like I see the school committee meetings where they're talking about like a fucking $250 million budget and shit. And it's like they put in $100,000 towards a new roof on this thing over here. Or
That's what I
fucking
mean.
they're putting
It's
all
crazy,
this. And
bro.
I'm like, okay, just imagine if you didn't have a building that you gotta fix a roof for.
Yeah, but you have to do that if you're gonna put homeless people there. What I'm trying to say to you is you don't lose on the maintenance side. It sticks the same, whether it's a school or whether it's a home. As a matter of fact, I'll even go a little bit further and say it's going to need more maintenance with homeless people than there's kids, because kids come in for 8 hours a day. You're talking about people living there 24 hours a day and 7 days a
Yeah,
week.
but make it like a subsidized housing.
You're still paying for it though. You know what I mean? Like there's still
Right, you're still gonna pay a chunk, but like you can get these people off the streets. You can get them into like a project type shit, and fucking each school building be like an apartment building that gets them on their feet to the next apartment. But hey, you got a year to live here.
They tried with COVID. It didn't go so well.
Right,
they didn't put the headset. They didn't put the headset on. I get what you're saying,
yeah.
but the headset would be a little bit better. But my question is, and I think you're right. My question would be, how much time would it take for us from where we are schooling to get to where that becomes
the norm,
efficient enough, where enough kids are actually like engaged in it, and that time lapse is a lost generation, because that transition, and how much do you lose, say China already on the path, how much further back do we go? You know what I mean?
Like when I bring this up, I always mention a study that was done in London. They did it in the school, but they used VR learning, and the kids retained information at a 70% higher rating. So it's already like proven studies that like the kids learn better with the VR. However, we had the problem with the homeschooling for COVID because it was laptops. It was distraction everywhere around us. So like, yeah, they had a screen in front of their face, but the screen wasn't captivating. So
yeah, I don't. How do you make? I think I get what you're saying. I think what you're missing in this is it's still school. Nobody thinks school's fun. So whether you put a headset on, now you're immersed in boringness versus, and who's to say you can't go whoop and go right back on your computer again? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's like,
I would. You'd have to make it where like, okay, it tracks your headset. I would make it where it tracks your headset. If you got the VR headset, so you can't take it off. Yeah, not only that, but it tracks if you take it off. So as soon as you take it off, you start losing points. You get a point for like
Yeah.
every second or so you got that off, unless I give you permission
Let's
to like
change the
go to the
curriculum
bathroom
too,
or
yo.
something.
Think of the curriculum too.
Yeah, I would change
Schools
the
are boring as
whole
fuck.
curriculum.
It would have to be like super interactive, like because you
Yeah.
think about it, you're immersed in a 3D like space. Sitting
Imagine
at a
we're
desk
learning
and
about
being
woolly
dictated to
mammoths,
sucks.
and you get to go pet a
Touch
woolly
one,
mammoth.
yeah, and
You know what I
see one
mean?
in real, yeah, absolutely. And then
Right.
information pops up next to it. The whole interface would have to be different, I think, because like
Yeah,
traditional
that's
school.
what I'm
Think
saying.
about
Like,
think about sitting like how we are right now at a desk, virtual reality, and
bored.
you wah 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 like.
Right, yeah. It definitely wouldn't be like an avatar teacher with like a classroom. Nah, I would want to like whatever the subject is, you're immersed in that technology. Like, all right, you learning about the moon and fucking what's on the moon. Well, put your headset on. You're not walking on the moon. You know what I mean? You're picking up like moon rocks and you're like, oh shit, so this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, wild. You know what I mean? Where the kids are like, Mom, Dad, you should have seen what was on school today.
Right.
Yo,
I can
today
touch
we
it. I
was
can
on the
pick it up.
moon. These
And they
kids would
touch it and
be
they feel it,
fast.
bro. They can feel it in their hands.
Yeah,
The weight.
put like a
They can
glove
smell it.
on.
They can smell it, bro. Like it's a whole like complete
Experience.
Yeah, you know that'd be fucking.
They
crazy,
do that
bro.
sensory shit. They'll figure it out. You know what I mean? You got the headset that
You're
already
probably
comes with
100 years
the
ahead of your
earbuds.
time. Honestly, you're probably 100 years ahead of your time. I say like 100 years from now, I bet you got shit like that going on, or headed that direction. That seems logical. That seems like what is the next step? Think about like educationally, right? What would be the next step going
And
forward
then
with
it's
all the
like, what do you
technology?
do with all those school buildings? You put them as housing because you need housing. And the
Or
housing
get rid of them.
market's such a supply and demand industry because we have capitalism where builders and developers ain't going to develop until there's a strong demand so they can make a higher yield for their work, because your industry. So it's like, hey, you know what I mean?
But you need this. You always need. But in order to do that, this is the yin and the yang to that. In order to ever get that, the supply needs to be low always, because how do you for a high demand
Right.
you need a low supply. So
it can never get close to balanced.
Exactly, it can never happen. You know what I mean? That's the
and as soon as it gets close to balance and it becomes a buyer's market, nope, we got to cut back. We got to cut back on work.
Yep.
Less jobs because we got to make the supply.
Exactly, yo. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you. I think going the direction with the education, like you're saying, I don't even know if they'd even turn those schools in, bro. I think they get rid of them, because think about from a profit point of view, that's a huge drain economically. Think about the electricity, the water, the sewer, the HVAC system that needs to be maintained, the per school, bro. That's massive amount of money.
I would sell them. I would sell them for the low. I'd sell them for the low because they already paid for. Sell them for the low to a developer under the requirement that they make affordable housing. You know what I mean? Bang, and put that affordable housing in for the people that are priced out.
100%. And this, but here, ready? That low income housing needs to go in a specific area. This is the fucked up circle that we're in. Needs to go in a specific area. Here's why. Think about you. If you owned a business in a high end, you own Saks Fifth Ave in New York, and they're gonna blow the building down next to you and make low income housing. That just detrimentally dropped the land value of your building that you paid for.
It did and didn't, because the neighbors will fucking police that shit like a motherfucker.
It's not.
That's the thing with gentrification. So like,
but I'm saying the value of that person bought that building at X dollars. Because it's in a high society.
Yeah, initially the value will drop.
Now you bring the low in, it drops that building's value. That person ain't having that. And this is why we get these areas where it's whole blocks of low income housing, because it needs to complement each other. Because then when you start spreading out, you'll start to see it ain't three families no more. It's houses with small lots, and then bigger houses on bigger lots, and then you know what I mean.
I think you need to gradually just sprinkle it all out, where like there's low income, middle income, and market rate all in the same area to get it to develop. Like I look at downtown Fall River. They got a bunch of like elderly and disabled housing down there. They're about to build a bunch of market rates. But with this, so they're building like luxury lofts. They're gonna have like a sky view deck on the roof.
So you know what that's gonna do to those old people complex, bro? It's gonna drive up
raise their rent.
The number. Hell yeah.
So what I think also they should have is a mix of affordable and everything else over there too to surround it, especially since they're putting it downtown. That way you have a mixture of enough people that you can have a mixture of shops and commercial real estate on the first floor of all these buildings to generate traffic in a downtown area to generate income for the city.
Boston does that a lot. They do the ground level commercial and build residential above it. But because
Exactly.
of that, those high rises are fucking bread, dude. Traditionally, and this isn't I get for every city, but when these cities were first made, downtown was supposed to be downtown. That was supposed to be the thing. So that
Yeah.
was where the high money went. And as you get away from downtown, it's less and less value wise. You know what I mean? Downtowns are supposed to be the high residentials, the people that like the high society, the commercial. You don't see industrial buildings downtown. They're on the outskirts.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and for this
The
reason,
way
and that's
city planning is designed.
traditionally.
Mhm. But now it's like the internet ruined the downtowns and the malls.
There is no downtown. You're right.
Well,
You're
because
right.
downtowns first got ruined by malls. After the
Mm.
malls ruined downtowns, the malls got ruined by the internet. The internet ruined
Amazon.
malls. And then, unless malls became like marketplaces that have fucking a doctor's office, a grocery store, other things that you might need all in one strip, they're not working. So the internet took over that. To get a downtown commercial real estate going, I think, you need a bunch of shit. You need some restaurants, you need convenience stores, you need a smoke shop, tattoo parlor, you need fucking maybe a venue, you need something like where you can an activity where you can go do
Look
something.
at Boston, bro. Look at Boston. You know what downtown Boston is?
Mhm.
High end commerce.
Yeah.
You have your biggest investment companies. Fidelity is down there. You know what I mean? Like, you got people that own $300-400 million buildings down there, bro. Like the Hancock, the Prudential. That's money, bro. That's investment traders. That's stockbrokers. You know, that's lawyers.
Fall River's about 100 years away from that. 100 years easy away from, maybe 50 years away from that.
What are they developing down there for, though? What can you? I'm not from there, so hard for me to say
They're
that.
not.
What do you?
They're trying to copy New Bedford's downtown. Fall River's trying to copy New Bedford's downtown. Everybody in Fall River keeps saying, "Oh, New Bedford's got to thrive in downtown." We need
to do. Though they do. It's different down there, though. Like, I don't.
But that's what Fall River people want. They want a downtown like New Bedford. So a couple venues, couple restaurants.
You guys have your own version of that, though, because you got Battleship Cove. You guys have shit like this stuff. Attractions.
Yeah. But you know how it is. You get spoiled. Your attractions ain't like popular anymore.
I like yours. You like mine. Like, I'm like Battleship Cove. You're like, I've been there 100 times. Like,
like, yo, I'm from Fall River, born and raised my whole life. Like 38 years. Listen, I've never been to the Lizzie Borden house. I've driven by the Lizzie Borden house a million times. I've driven by that place. Never once have I spent a night in there. I think I'm from Fall River. I should be able to get a free night in there. Okay, like, nah, I'm not spending a night in there. I know the story. I know how. Well, I'm from here. Okay, that's like in our bloodline in the city.
I walked by that shit one time.
Yeah, but it's like people travel across the country from that. Netflix, their next season. Yeah, Netflix. You know the TV show Monster on Netflix?
Yeah.
You just had Ed Gein, a whole season on Ed Gein, who was like the inspiration for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Leatherface. Well, the first season was on him. So he was the inspiration for those movies. And now the second season that comes out next year is going to be on Lizzie Borden.
That's dope.
On Netflix. Like, yo, if I'm Fall River, I'm making a Lizzie Borden day. I'm turning fucking all October into Salem down in Fall River with Lizzie Borden. Salem did it with the witches. We could do it with Lizzie Borden. But nope, the politicians sleep on it. We have like one walking tour that has like fucking a person that walks the neighborhood, just one block. Not even every spot on Lizzie Borden shit, because that's too much to walk. And they got like a little book reading like about Lizzie Borden. Nobody got time for that shit. You know what I mean? Fucking, there's a dispensary Aura out here. They got Lizzie Borden pre-rolls. They were selling Lizzie Borden
smart.
shirts.
That's smart.
Fucking
Merchandising it.
merchandise Lizzie Borden. There's a liquor store, but it's in Westport. It's called Lizzie's Liquors. It looked like a Jack Daniels logo, but it says Lizzie's Liquors. I'm like, that's fire. That should be in Fall River. Fall River, recruit that, bring that over here. Give it a tax incentive to move to Fall River. It doesn't belong in Westport. Bring it home. Do some shit like that. I've said for years, have 100 people dress up like Lizzie Borden walking around the city. You're going to have that viral.
Yeah, make a spectacle of it. Absolutely.
Bro, you're driving down in Fall River, right? Say you had a gig in Fall River, you driving down, and you see somebody dressed like Lizzie Borden with a hatchet walking down the street.
You'd be like, what the fuck?
You're probably going to pull out your phone and record, or like circle the block to see if you can catch that person to record. Especially us as content creators. We're like, yo, that's great content. That's fucking viral.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Bro, so we got less than 9 minutes left, yo. We can't get into Roger Payton talking about George Floyd death, bro. That's a conversation that we don't have enough time.
Yeah, that's why I left that over there. I seen all that popping up, and I'm like, yeah, we can't do that right now.
We don't got the time. We gotta keep under 2 hours.
Yeah, Roger, we might just do that the next pop-up.
Keep that ready for the next pop-up. Keep that question there, you know what I mean?
Like, but I think with the Lizzie Borden, we should do, like, look at fucking New Bedford, bro. Y'all do mad shit with whales. There was whales at the fucking basketball court. Oh, wild. A nautical puzzle. A nautical puzzle on the basketball court. Who playing basketball and doing puzzles?
Right. They stopped. They were like, oh, I see this right here. That means fucking B. Like, W, H. Oh, it says whaling country.
Yeah, I think that, like, because Fall River wants to downtown New Bedford, but downtown New Bedford is a lot of venues, restaurants, nightlife. They tried nightlife downtown Fall River. The elderly ruined it. I mean, they complained. There's noises. They was going to city council meetings complaining. They was writing the licensing board, calling the cops to the point where the licensing board was asking the cops, like, do you have complaints about this business? And they were like, yes, every time they're open. And they're like, there's noise complaints. There's complaints about screaming and fighting outside. And I don't think it's screaming and fighting outside. It's a bunch of drunk people saying goodbye and hugging, and possible fights and shit, but they loud, they leaving. And guess what? It's downtown and it's a city. That's what the fuck is supposed to happen.
That's what happens, bro. Even here, like we have, like you said, we have a nightlife in the downtown here. There's shootings a couple times a year. There's fights posted all the time. It's what happens when you mix alcohol and egos. Like, let's be honest, that's never going to change no matter where it is.
Well, I see in Rhode Island a lot of these venues, they be letting you smoke weed in them.
Oh, yeah.
And listen.
Much less fights in those ones.
Facts, because everybody high as shit. Listen, I performed at some of these weed venues. Remember the one in New... Actually, there was that... Yeah, we went to the weed venue. They quiet as hell. You know what I mean? Yo, everybody make some noise. Everybody, yo.
Yeah. Bro, what was the joint that we went to when the whole place was white with the black lights on? That shit was dope.
That was in Pawtucket. That was in Pawtucket. Yeah, that shit
was dope.
Yeah, that place is closed now.
For real?
Yeah, they sold it. They actually sold the business and the license with everything in it for $260. I was like, I wish I had that. I'm like, if I had that, oh man, owning the venue and the quality that venue was, the capacity. Shit, I could have made that a moneymaker.
Well, that spot was nice, bro. The interior of that, like the whole decor, the idea they had all white white couches. We did the interviews on the couch and shit there. Well, that shit was dope, bro. The way that it was set up was nice. The VIPs were nice. Everything was white. White curtains.
Yeah, that's the venue I interviewed Cuban Link in. Yep. And me and Cuban Link was chilling in VIP, sipping some Hennessy. I mean, and rapping over fucking Cardi B beats. Actually, the Cardi B beats, that was a different time, and actually that was a different venue. That one was in Providence. But yeah, Cuban Link's got a buzz right now. He been dropping some new music. He dropped a new track the other day. I forget the name of it. It was like 200,000 views in like 3 days.
Damn.
I was like, "Hi, Cuban Link, do your thing." He's working with J Boss ENT right now. I mean, so good shit. It's good to see him doing his thing, and
Especially after being blackballed the way he was too by Fat Joe and shit.
yeah, I think the situation with him and Joe at this point in 2025, going into 2026, needs to just dead it. I mean, I understand if you Cuban Link. I mean, especially after talking to the man, I know you don't want to let it go, bro. But if Joe ain't responding and he just blackballing you privately, it's not even a public fight anymore. You fighting publicly. So unless you publicly get your strength and power up to fight him privately, like he's fighting you, it's not working.
Don't even fight him, period, bro. Put all that time and focus into your music. That way you can start eating off your music again, yo. You could have a name like you did at one point, bro. Like your name held weight.
Well, I knowing him, he not gonna want to drop this, but at least move quietly. I mean, don't be talking about the man. Don't make songs about him. Interviews. Yeah. I mean, we all know how you feel about him. I mean, it's love and respect. I mean, we've shared shots, but yeah, he's on a level and a playing field right now that's not fair to Cuban Link. But
hell yeah, Jesus Christ, Fat Joe's fucking,
and that's just because Joe's connections. Like, come on, Joe and Jada, that shit was a Jada connection because Jadakiss back in the day when they did the Boost Mobile commercial together, when it was Jadakiss, Fat Joe did one, Ludacris in the game. Fucking Jadakiss is the one that secured that deal for all of them. The Joe and Jada show is sponsored by Boost Mobile. And one of the other sponsors is Paper Planes and Rock Nation. Paper Planes is Jay-Z's brand. Rock Nation is Jadakiss's management. So that's Jay-Z. So Jay-Z, to manage his artists and get his artist Jadakiss popping, I'm going to give you a podcast. And I'm going to sponsor it by my other brand, Paper Planes. I'm going to put my product here. And he got the Ace of Spades over there too now. And Jadakiss went and reached out for his old bag, got the Boost Mobile bag.
Brought them on board with the Joe and Jada podcast too. Yeah.
Right. Fat Joe got his connection now with the hair product selling Rewind, so he's selling products. Got the
Fat Joe, the bald guy selling hair products, bro. Come on.
Well, he's doing it for like beard dye.
No, I get it.
But yeah, it's funny as hell. Hey, Jadakiss said, "Give me a deal, I'll sign on."
Right.
But everybody, we're gonna wrap this up. I mean, we talked about a lot today. We had some deep topics, some funny shit, some light shit, some heavy shit. But you already know what it is. It's your boy Aaron All Nighter.
It's your boy Fifth.
And this is the Pop-Up Podcast, episode 5. Peace.
Peace.